So you had voiceover experience with The Simpsons. Did WWE ever have you do any, or WCW, for the video games or anything like that? Because I know that a lot of times that has to be taken care of.
Oh yeah, all the time. You did so much stuff like you do everything under the sun with WWF or WWE. But, like you may not have. I may not have had that much experience when I first started there in the '80s, in the mid '80s. But 5, 6 years later, you're like you got experience. You could do any morning show. You can go on any radio. You can, you're doing live TV. You're done. You get so. It's the easiest part of your day, and you just get, I think even the wrestlers today, I mean, you learn how to be on TV. You learn how to make your voice work for whatever it is they ask you to do, whether it's a video game or a commercial or a cartoon or whatever. You can do it. Like I say, it's the easiest part of your day. The hardest part is making your planes and getting on the airplane and getting to the town. And when somebody comes up and says, "Yo, you got 30 interviews," I remember a lot of times in WWE, they would give me a list of radio stations to call in at, like, on the East Coast, and when you're on the West Coast, you'd have to call them at 5 in the morning and call one station after another every 15 minutes for 2 hours at 5 in the morning,
And make sure they
and still
wrap up
make
their interviews in time too.
yeah, and get on the plane and make, like, and it's like people wonder why sometimes when you wrestle, it's like some days you might look tired, and it's like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that people don't understand about the main event wrestlers, how hard they got to work behind the scenes to do radio spots. All that stuff is more important than your match, like to WWE. Whereas me, I was always a guy that most important thing is my match. I don't really care so much about the promos and things like that, but they go hand in hand. You gotta get up in the morning and sort of wake yourself up and slap your face a couple of times and go, okay, I'm calling Atlanta, or I'm calling North Carolina. It's 7 in the morning there, and do these phoners.